What is going on? Danny Crew. It's DandyDrew here. Hope you're doing amazing. Hope you're doing well. We're back. Maybe not the typical Catan video you are used to, but I do think this one was certainly needed to do a little bit more of a sit down with you, talk about where the channel has come from over the last 4 months, where are we at today, and ultimately where do we want to go, right? How do we want to continue to build this? How do we want to keep building this community? So just to give some context, and by the way, I don't really have a plan for this video. I am going to shoot it off the cuff. I have some things I want to highlight, but there's no big script here. So if it gets a little bit out of control, I apologize. Bear with me. Bear with me. I'm not too bad with words, but yeah, look, we started the channel 4 months ago, and with that, we've amassed almost 8,000 subs, 1.2 million views, and over 100 videos have been launched since that time. And it's just been an incredible experience to know that you can start from zero and explode a channel like this. It really took me by surprise. And kind of with that energy, I really felt compelled to make sure that the videos are coming out. And there were some days where it's like, man, I don't want to do a video. I don't want to edit a video. But the support from everyone in the audience, the YouTube, the comments, the great feedback really pushed me on the days that I just didn't want to do it. And I'm sure we all can relate to those days sometimes. And what I really learned as a YouTuber, I guess you can say, I still don't consider myself one, but I really just consider myself a guy that enjoys getting good at stuff. And a lot of times that has come from just pure effort, like curiosity and pure effort to learn and to push and to constantly improve. I think that's important to me. And what I've learned is this process, like there's a cost to it. There's always a cost when you decide to go obsessive into something. And obviously there's aspects of your time, right? Producing the video a day, you have to edit videos, you have to do all the marketing pieces, you have to do the community engagement. There is some financial considerations, which, if you have an editor, there's cost there, especially doing a video a day. It can certainly start to stack up. But I think the biggest one and the most relevant one to me has been more my emotional cost, right? When you are constantly grinding away, you're maybe losing a little bit of sleep here and there, and you're probably over focusing in one area and letting other areas go. That the emotional cost can be very subtle. Little things as in losing your patience a little bit more than maybe you were used to. Or maybe if you have a bad day, some of those emotions might stick around a little bit more than they should. And, I'm guilty of it. I am human just like anybody else. I have my fantastic stellar days. Sometimes I have really bad days. And, I try my best to keep things in perspective and know that moving forward is always the right answer. But with the grind of doing this, I feel like it's chipped at me just a little bit here and there, in terms of bringing my best self to the table, right? There's certain content where I'm probably just not in my best mood, and it's tough. It's tough, especially when you are recording, let's say, a couple gameplays in a single day. If you're having a bad day, that could be almost a week's worth of content that probably doesn't illustrate who you truly are, who you want to be. And the challenge is, do I scrap the content, or do I kind of just show the authenticity of what's going on in my day to day? And, when you're grinding, you're just grinding. You don't really have a moment to take a step back and look at what you're putting out. You're just like, okay, I'm going to make it. I'm going to put it out, and then we're going to start over again. I'm going to make it. I'm going to put it out. So I think this has been a good moment for me to actually take a step back and reflect on, okay, where's my attitude? Where is the content? And is it aligned with the things that I actually want to do on this channel? And ultimately, I think the answer is it's yes and no. Yeah, I know that's a very politician answer. I believe the quality of gameplay is there, but I think my attitude is not there as much as I want it to be. And I think it's just been a reflection of not putting my energy or expending my energy properly. So what I'm going to be doing over the next couple weeks is I'm going to take a week off or a couple weeks off from the channel from posting. And this is going to serve a few things. A, I'm going on vacation tomorrow. I'm going to be going to Chicago for a festival. So if anyone is going to Lollapalooza, please don't hesitate. If you see me, come over, give me a high five, say hi. I'd love to meet anybody, who's a supporter of the channel. But also, I want to figure out and kind of reconfigure this channel to be the best entertainer and the best educator that I can. On a personal level and a competitive level, I've been doing this for years. I have been winning tournaments for years. Like, I don't necessarily feel like I have anything competitively to prove, right? I know I'm a good player. I know I'm an extremely competent player. But I really feel like my value to you guys is helping educate and helping bring new aspects and new energies to the game. And if I'm in a bad mood, it's hard for me to do that effectively, right? So I don't necessarily feel like I have to prove anything anymore. I've been down that road. I'm confident as a player and who I am there. But I have to find better ways to bring out the best in me as an educator. And I really feel like that's where my strengths are. My ability to educate, to understand where a player's at their current level, and to really bring them forward. And I know this from working with dozens of students at this point, watching hundreds of gameplays, obviously going through the process myself. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who's been patient with me and who has provided fantastic feedback or just general love to the channel. It doesn't go unnoticed, I will say that. So I'm going to take those weeks off. I'm going to enjoy the rest a little bit, kind of recoup myself. Now, does that mean I'm going to stop content or I'm going to stop Catan? Well, at least related to YouTube, yes. I do think I want to continue streaming. I enjoy streaming. I enjoy the kind of one to many, I guess, or the almost one to one, some cases, interactions that I have with the community. So if you still want to kind of check out what I'm doing, come to the Twitch. I will have the link in the description there. And we're also going to be having CPI, which is the Catan Players Invitational. That's a tournament that's been going on, just started technically yesterday. That's going to keep going. So I'm going to be playing in that tournament. I'm going to be involved hosting it. It's not just the YouTube that I have going on. I mean, I have multiple things going on related to Catan. And there's also another project which hasn't even been mentioned, which will be coming out very shortly. So check out the Twitch. I'd love to be there to say hi to you. Also check out CPI if you want to join the Discord, hang out, enjoy the games. There's a lot of stuff going on. But as far as related to the channel, like I said, I'm going to take a few weeks off. It's going to be good for me, and I promise it's going to be good for you. Yeah, that's all I got to say, I guess. I've been wrapped up in competitive energy for the last 2.5, 3 years. And it's important to take a step back and realize the sole purpose of playing a game is to have fun with it. And I think for me, when I started this channel, I was just head forward, competitive energy. And sometimes that's good. But too much of that can certainly get you, I think, in the wrong way and kind of bring out maybe not the most fruitful side of potentially who you are. And we all have those moments, right? We all know what frustration feels like in the game of Catan. So I hope this is understandable to some of you. I really do appreciate it. I love doing these videos. I love playing this game for everyone, and obviously for myself too. But taking a few weeks off, I truly, truly believe is going to be an amazing experience in terms of what I'm going to be able to come back with. And I'm here for the long term. I truly am. It's important for me to kind of take care of myself, or as they say on planes, put your mask on first before helping others. So I have no doubt this will bring the best to myself, and ultimately that will lead to you as well. So that's all I got to say, guys. I'm super grateful. I know this has probably been a little bit rambly, and that's okay. But just know I appreciate everyone who shows up here. And sometimes maybe I don't like the feedback. Sometimes, it's sometimes the negative comments aren't the greatest thing to see when you're trying to improve. but I do listen, and I do my best to kind of take it all in and just take it in stride. And I think we all can be better at that sometimes. So, all right, everyone. Again, thank you so much. Really appreciate you being here. Yeah, I guess this is kind of the next step, the next chapter. We won't be stopping the gameplays. We won't be stopping that. It's just, I think we've got to find ways to pivot and continue to provide value to this community. So thank you. Dandy is out. Remember, CPI, Twitch, check them all out. I will still be there. I'll still be going live. I appreciate you. Y'all take care.